This thing is just too much fun. Anyway, Grind XP starts now. Hello everyone, parents, families, boys and girls. We are back with week 6 of Grind XP. The whole program, a part of the Ukatsu Discord channel, and even on YouTube for those of you who are watching but maybe not participating yet, all centered around accomplishing the things you want to accomplish. Again, just a reminder, I'm going to say this every time, ladies and gentlemen, it's not what I want for you, it's not what your parents want for you, it's not what your employer, your coworker, it's not what your spouse wants for you, it is what you want for yourself, and only you will find it. It may take some time, but that's the whole journey. That's why we're here. Grind that XP. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something. We're continuing along our journaling series right now. We talked about motivational quotes. We talked about gratitude. Next up, affirmations. So you might be wondering what affirmations are, and if you've come to a Ukatsu summer camp, a day camp, you definitely do know at this point what an affirmation is, and they're so incredibly important. An affirmation is a declarative statement about yourself, typically your characteristic, really, something that you strive to be. Now, before we get into our affirmations that we're going to be making for ourselves, let's talk about the power of thought. You may have heard of individuals like Oprah, you may have heard of like Jim Carrey, Bruce Lee, talking about how what you think is what you attract. What you think is what you become. And this works in both the positive force and the negative force. So for instance, let's talk about negative real quick. All the time we hear kids and adults talking about negative affirmations. I'm not good enough for this. I am not charming enough for that. I am not confident enough to do this. And if you keep internalizing those thoughts, they will become true. They are simply true. Just like you have a negative affirmation, though, you can spin it into a positive thing, something that you strive to be, even though it might not be fully realized yet. I cannot tell you how much affirmations have helped me out. There was definitely a depressive state in my life right when I was about 22 years old. This glorious 22-year age is when I was very lost, very unconfident in who I was, what kind of relationships I could acquire, what kind of jobs I could get. And I remember specifically just during a spring break of just being so sad about life. And that's when I discovered through my process of self-improvement, which took a lot of time. It took a very long time, but it certainly helped. Affirmations were one of those things that got me over to that line. I used to sit there with a journal, with a notebook. I'll see if I can find a screenshot. If not, I'm sorry, but I recently cleaned up my house and found one of these notebooks, and in those pages were top to bottom lines of affirmations, and I straight up wrote something like, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident, from the top of the page to the bottom of the page. And I remember during that spring break, I would also read these aloud and affirm them to myself. Even though I didn't feel like a hotshot at the time, I knew how important it was for me to dig myself out of a depression. Which I know is a very common thing. I've seen it through my peers, I've seen it through you kids, and you may even sometimes think that my reaction to your depression is a little cold, but no, it's not that at all. It's simply me saying that I understand where you come from because I came from there too. But just as significant your depression is, it is equally significant and doable for you to dig yourself out. It will take time, it will take support, but ultimately it will be up to you to salvage your own brain space. And so affirmations, guys, super simple. Oh, I do want to mention the winner of the last challenge, but we'll get to that at the end of the video this time. I want you to write down 3 affirmations for yourself, something that reflects what you strive to be, specifically a characteristic. And a good example would be something like, I am a confident and funny individual. That is a declarative sentence. It is something I strive to be. I am a respectful, ambitious, but at the same time grateful person. Those are acceptable affirmations, not something like, and we get that people love to make jokes We get things at summer camps like, I am a boat. That's not an affirmation. That's a fine joke. It's a very subpar joke in my opinion, but take this time. These decisions that you make right now are important. So once you have your 3 affirmations, I want you to fill up an entire page, college ruled if you can. Write this down and recite it to yourself. Take a screenshot. I will be doing this too. Take a screenshot of the affirmations that you have for yourself and upload that to our #GrindXP chat for you to be eligible for the week 6 drawing. Now, week 5 drawing. These videos are getting shorter and shorter, but they're so important, just as sweet. Our week 5 winner goes out to, I had it on my phone, hold on. Our week 5 winner for Grind XP goes out to Reagan, aka Genji. Thank you so much for participating in this reflection period. Reflections, so important. I'm very happy that you submitted yours on Grind XP. And remember, you have 1 week to submit your affirmations for Grind XP week 6. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. It's going to be a short... Oh, also, my cover song, yes, it is coming. The reason why it has not dropped yet is because there is a not-so-Ukatsu word in the song, and I might have to re-record it, but you will for certain, you will get not just this cover song, but the rest of the cover songs that come out this year. So that will be happening in a little bit as soon as I bleep out that word. So yes, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this channel with other people that you think that might be able to get some help out of this. And our question of the day in the YouTube comments section below is, the weather's getting pretty nice out there. What are you most excited for as soon as the weather is no longer bitterly cold and icy and wet and miserable? I'd be happy to read those. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.